Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Sarah. This is No BS Beauty. Today I've got the Glow Recipe, what do they call it? The Watermelon Milk Peptide Cushion Cream, which is refillable. It's 40 bucks at Sephora, 1.7 ounces, 50 milliliters. And I'm going to do my first impressions of it. So here we go. Okay. Comes in a fun package. I just ordered this last week and it finally arrived. And I like Glow Recipe for the most part. I was more excited in this than a lot of their other products because it's fragrance-free. It's also denatured alcohol-free. And also, in my opinion, for a moisturizer, 40 bucks is not terribly expensive, although they have some products that are a little bit more pricey. This was one I just wanted to try because I love peptides, I love watermelon, I love moisturizers, so this was the perfect combo. I will say my skin looks a little ruddy, I would say. I used a little bit of self-tan serum last week, so it's kind of fading off. Although I will say I went through a little first thing where it's like, oh my gosh, my sunscreen's not working very well. And then I remembered self-tan serum. Which one do I like? Let me see if I can grab it here. It's somewhere around here. Sunny Bay serum is what it is. But anyway, it's a nice self-tanning serum, which is somewhere around here. But my countertop bathroom is a mess. Okay, here we go. So this is refillable, which I think it's a plastic jar. Maybe it's glass. It feels like glass or maybe really hard plastic. So I guess in refillable, I guess, what would you just get a new cap for it? Because I don't think it's an airless. Yeah, it's just a normal jar. So what would a refill be? You get, I mean, what's the point of the refill? I guess you save the cap. I guess it just comes like this, so you save this little piece of plastic. Okay. So it comes with a foil on it, so if you're buying this somewhere secondhand, you'll know it comes with a little foil and to watch for it. That's something I get asked a lot. Okay. Actually, so I had my little spatula out, but I think I'm just going to apply what the residue is left on here because it looks like it's a decent amount. Okay, so I just have clean skin. I just cleansed it. I didn't tone it or anything else. Just so you could see how this sets and things like that. Has no scent at all, which I like. It feels really silky on my skin. Feels nice. And yeah, I'm impressed. Glow Recipe came up with something, and they've been doing good on a few fragrance-free products here and there for our sensitive skin-friendly folks, which is nice. And I love peptides. I love watermelon. It's a great antioxidant. Feels really nice on my skin. It has a nice slip to it without feeling like super silicone-y, you know? Like some feel like almost like plasticky when you apply them. This does not. There we go. Yeah, I would say it's pretty, leaves skin feeling a little bit nice and plumped and smooth, and actually does have a little bit of a glow without feeling greasy or anything like that. And then I'm going to talk about the ingredients here in a second, but yeah, I like this. It feels really nice. It super easy to apply. A little bit of it goes a long way. I didn't even get to getting everything off that little foil piece. The jar packaging, not so crazy about, but I get it. It's kind of a thicker cream, so sometimes for thick creams, squeeze tube isn't always the best bet. But anyway, okay, so it feels really nice on my skin. It leaves a little bit of glow. It's not sticky feeling. It's not a matte finish. I would say it's kind of a natural to a slightly radiant finish on my skin, which feels nice. Okay, so let me talk about the ingredients in here. So we've got, I'm just going to go through the peptides first. So we've got copper peptides, and they say, I think they've got over 10 peptides in here. So copper peptides are great for wound healing, skin regeneration, all of that good stuff, soothing, hydrating, antioxidant. Then we've got the Matrixyl 3000 peptide duo, which help with expression lines, specifically like usually around your eyes and your forehead. We have the Syncol peptide, which boosts collagen and also helps improve skin texture. We've got the Matrixyl peptide, the Arginine peptide, the Botox in a bottle peptide we've got in here. We've got Snap 8, which is kind of a little bit more beneficial version of Arginine. Same Botox in a bottle, helps with expression wrinkles and things like that. Snap-Aid is great, just seems to be a little bit more effective in studies showing to reduce wrinkle depth and length. So, and a lot of that was done probably by the manufacturer of it. So, but I love it. It's a great peptide. We've got the Thymulin 4 peptide, which is said to help with skin regeneration deep down. We've got the Acetyl peptide, which helps with puffiness, typically around your eyes. You'll find it in a lot of eye creams. Also is an anti-glycation end product, which is supposed to help slow down your cells from degrading. We've got the Acetyl Tetrapeptide 9, which is a skin conditioning peptide. We've got Nonapeptide 1, which is a peptide that helps with skin brightening and anti-aging. We've got the ascorbic acid polypeptide, which I'm starting to see now in products. It's just a good antioxidant. And then the Carnosine peptide, which is a peptide that helps with wound healing properties. I feel like I need to adjust my ponytail. Sorry. There we go. I'm going to put it all in a hat soon because I'm going to go outside and work on my lawn. But anyway, so lots of good peptides in there. I'm excited to see that. In terms of other ingredients that are beneficial, we've got watermelon extract, which is a great antioxidant. We've got Panthenol, soothing ingredient, Squalane, skin identical ingredient, Ectoin, wonderful ingredient, wound healing, skin soothing, antioxidant. Ectoin is one of the great ingredients, probably in my top 10 list, I would say. I'm working on anti-aging week, so I'll talk about more of these ingredients there, so be sure to check that out next week. Ceramides we've got, Beta-Glucan, another great soothing ingredient, vitamin E, and then also beetroot extract, which is another great antioxidant. So we've got a lot of great ingredients. For comedogenic ingredients, we have a few. So if you have very acne-prone skin, FYI, these are the ingredients you need to keep an eye out for. Squalane, very low on the comedogenic scale. Vitamin E, then we've got cetyl alcohol, which is a fatty alcohol, sorbate and isostearate, and then carbomer. So nothing terribly comedogenic out there that screams out, be cautious with this. But yeah, it feels nice, gives skin a little bit of a glow. I apologize, my glow is slightly impacted by the sun serum I put on, but I don't know, $40 for 1.7 ounces, no fragrance and lots of goodies. I think this is a competitor to probably the Drunk Elephant Proteini cream. I just wish they would have came out with this maybe 10 years ago. It probably hasn't been out that long, maybe 8 or 9 years ago. Because otherwise it feels really nice and it doesn't seem, the Proteini, for some reason, something in that product changed and it started to foam up on me every time I apply it. I have no idea what changed, or if they changed it, or if something else in the formula just changed. But yeah, just every time I put it on, it just foams up and takes like 2 minutes to settle down. So really quick, I'm just gonna layer my sunscreen over it to see how that feels. So I've got the Geek and Gorgeous Zero Feel sunscreen, because sometimes certain moisturizers and sunscreens can pill up, so I just thought it might be nice to see if this pills up under a lot of sunscreen. You never know. It feels actually like it plays pretty friendly, so yeah, I like the finish. It's definitely probably geared towards drier skin people, but I don't see why. If you have oily skin, this might be a nice one at night. If you have oily skin in the daytime, this one might be a bit too radiant in terms of the finish, but yeah, I know with sunscreen over, it looks and feels just great. No pilling, no issues with that. It feels pretty nice. So yeah, I'm curious the refillable. I guess you save the lid, I guess, is what I would assume. But the biggest chunk of plastic is probably the base of it. But otherwise, I guess might as well make it refillable otherwise. So yeah, so there we go. Where is this made? UK, New York. Where does it say manufacturing? Korea. These are usually made in Korea. So I'm just trying to see if I see it screaming at me somewhere on the packaging, but I don't. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, is this made in Korea or not? I I think it was initially, a lot of their stuff was made in Korea, or am I thinking of a different brand? Somebody leave a comment, because it's got everything else on here except for actually like where it's made. So, yeah. Well, I'll keep investigating that. Anyway, curious if you guys had a chance to check this one out yet and what your thoughts are. Liking Glow Recipe with some more fragrance-free products. I'm a big fan of that. So, yeah, leave your thoughts below. Thanks so much. I will see you guys more tomorrow. Bye, guys.